back to Smok'n Jay's Garage. We're going to show you these Morimoto headlights. We're not going to show the headlights right now. We'll show those later. We'll show the tail lights today. But stay tuned because we have the headlights and we have the fog lights that we're going to do in the next video. Or the next few videos, okay? So I went with the clear smoked light smoke as opposed to the red or the dark smoke or whatever. So clear light smoke. And I've got the stock ones in, so we'll show you the comparison here. And then I'll show you how to install them because they're actually pretty easy. All right, so here I have just my tail lights on. And you can see these are actually quite a bit brighter. It's still bright out right now. We're going to show you after dark too here at the end of the video or before the end of the video. So you can see what we can see on the stock ones. And you can see these are just the tail lights again. I want you to turn on the signal light.
Left or right?
Doesn't matter. Okay, so there's our stock signal light turning right now. Now do the other one. Okay, there's our, get on this side, make sure you can see that, right? There's our new one. Now go ahead, shut that off and turn the flashers on. So now you can kind of see them both together. Now, I don't like the sequential turning, but these do have the option to do sequential turns, and I'll show you how to do that, and I'll show you what they look like as well, so you can decide what you want for yourself if this is something you might be interested in. Okay, you can shut those off, and now hit the brakes.
Brakes?
Brakes.
Which one?
The middle one. There you go. You see the brakes come on. Quite a bit brighter actually than what the other ones are, especially after dark, and again I will show you that. So now let's get right into the install because these are super easy to install. Now the only thing that you're actually going to need for this install is a T15 wrench, but I found that putting it into a screwdriver actually works better than using the big wrench, right? Now these are labeled left hand and right hand, left hand being the driver's side, right hand being the passenger side. The only reason that matters is if you use the sequential, if you put them in backwards, when you go to turn right, instead of flashing to the right, it'll actually flash to the left. So pay attention to that. I'm not going to be using the sequential, but I'm still going to put them in the right place in case I ever change that. And also, we're going to show you what the sequential looks like. So you're going to go in here, and the only thing you got to do is one screw right up on the top. And somebody must have replaced mine because this one's a Phillips head. Should be somebody must have lost that one. I'll have to grab a Phillips screwdriver to do that. That's why that wouldn't go in there. So we'll just show you this one first. Now these are completely plug and play. You're gonna just unplug the old ones, plug in the new ones. We pulled that one screw out, and we're gonna pull from the top and pull that out. Maybe pushing a little on the bottom so we can get that tab. There we go. And we're going to squeeze the connector, and it will slide right off. If you have trouble, you can pop the bulb out like that, just give it a quarter turn, and then that will give you, you don't have to hold on to the light then while you're trying to push this in to get it off. There we go. It's easier if you push on the back side, and then I want to set this inside because I don't want it hanging on the car, but I don't want it to fall down and lose it, so we'll get it in there. The other thing that I recommend you doing, because chances are you haven't done this in a while, we're going to clean out the inside of that, so we're just going to use a little bit of, I'm using Adams Graphene CS3. You can use whatever cleaner or detailer that you would use. I'm going to wipe that off, get a bunch of the crud that's inside of that light that I can't ever get to. Now while I have this out, I want to show you real quick what this looks like inside close up, because I always hear people say if you lock your keys in and you can't get your key to work or whatever, you can take out your headlight and you can reach to pull your cable that opens up your door. It's absolutely not true. And if you go ahead and you take a look in there, you can see that's solid. That does not give you access to the inside of the car unless you were to drill a hole or something in there, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But I always hear people say, oh, you can get in the back of the car through the taillight. No, you can't. All right, so I have the left hand. These are labeled left hand. And if you want the sequential, you have to plug in this connector. It's the only connector there other than the main one. Plug that in. So we're going to be plugging that in, but I am going to leave it unplugged for the time being because I'm going to pull this other one out. We're going to show you both of them together with the sequentials on so you can see the comparison. So for the time being, I will not plug that in. I'm going to grab a... Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so that when we do the headlights, you won't miss that video either. Alright, we are going to, now when you put these in, you want to put them in the bottom because this is where they clip. They hold in place in the bottom and then they screw in the top. I'm going to just set them in place because again, I want to have that non-sequential plugged in, but I also want to show you what it looks like. We'll just have those set in there so you can see them. There you can see that's what the sequential looks like. Move the camera here a little bit, maybe you get a better angle at what the sequential versus the non-sequential. I'm going to go with the non-sequential, but gives you an idea of what it looks like. I'm just going to pull these out quick and I'm going to plug in that connector so that they do not sequential. Now, each is individual, so if you wanted just your inside or outside to be like that, that would be an option too. Stay tuned because I want to show you after dark. Also, first, I'm going to show you a couple of things that they sent with us that you might find interesting. Now, installation-wise, that's literally all there is to it. I'm going to go ahead, again, it's still a little lighter than what we want. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn the flashers on for you so that you can see. And I will, actually, I'll turn the tail lights on. And I'll back you up a little bit. See what they look like from a little bit of a distance. Again, it's light out, so they're not going to be super bright. But I wanted something that looked good because I have a couple of friends with Mustangs, so give them something pretty to look at. In the video, they're probably showing that they are flashing. That's because they're LED and that flashes, the light is like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but it is faster than what the camera can pick up, or the camera picks it up faster than whatever. They aren't really flashing in real life. They're constant, but in the video, typically LEDs show that they're flashing. And I'll do the flashers for you too quick. There you go, you can see the flashers. Now the brake lights, I'm showing you the flashers because I can't hold the brakes at the same time, but the brake lights are going to be the same brightness as what the flashers are. So that'll give you an idea of that. Now I really like, I'll give you a closer look, I really liked the smoked and clear. And I wasn't sure if I wanted clear or if I wanted red. I'm glad that I didn't get the solid clear, but I like the smoked look of it. It's a little bit tinted, but it is not super dark. I didn't want it to be super dark. For me anyway, the smoked clear really looks good. Now, I just want to show you a few things that this came with here. In addition, you get a pair of sunglasses that say, I got these from Vette Lights. They say Vette Lights right on the earpiece. These are probably like $1.99 sunglasses, but for something that you don't care, or you do care if you lose them, it's probably a great pair of sunglasses that if you lose them, again, you don't care. Also, Vette Lights, keychain with a keychain with a can opener on it. That's kind of cool. A couple of business cards, the directions on how to. It's pretty simple. You saw that pretty quick install. But the directions on if you want the sequential, to plug in, whatever. And a sticker. And this is actually a nice vinyl sticker. It says Vette Lights on it. And I heard, as you know, most stickers add 5 horsepower. I heard the Vette Light sticker adds 6. Can't confirm that yet. I haven't put it on, but we'll see. So we are going to show you what it looks like as soon as it gets dark here. And you're going to want to stay tuned too for the headlights. We're going to put those on this weekend, so that'll be coming up in a video shortly. So make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss that video. All right, snap your guard gear a little bit. Actually really nice and bright. Do the signal light now. A lot brighter than what they were. I'm really happy with them. Hopefully this video was helpful to you if you're in the market for some new taillights. If you watch this channel for the first time and you haven't already, and you want to, boom, please subscribe.